What is up, guys? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today we have a video about an upcoming ICO, Irene Energy. Now, before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone subscribing, thank everyone mashing on that like button, and let's get into it. Now, why Irene Energy? Well, a few things, okay? First off, we all know we're destroying the world with like coal and fossil fuels and everything like that. So this is like an opportunity to actually heal the world, like that Michael Jackson song. Maybe I'll put a little clip in right here. Heal the world, make it a better place. Second, all right, they're built on the Stellar blockchain, which is, there's, you know, a lot of ICOs are starting to get built on the Stellar blockchain, and there's a lot of reasons why Irene is being put on the Stellar blockchain. So that's another reason. Third reason would be because I did a video on WePower not too long ago. That turned out to be pretty popular. And the fourth reason, and this one is one that I think about, is because we're talking about electricity. Electricity, like money, is fungible, means, you know, the exchange is the same. 1 kilowatt hour here is the same as over here. That means that it could probably be on the blockchain just as well as money works on the blockchain. Additionally, I remember when I was doing like the IoT chain review or something like that, where they have like a whole lighting factory. Everybody uses electricity. Like, not just you, like I guarantee every single one of you watching this video uses electricity. Well, that means that it's a pretty big market, all right? And if they get a lot of people using it, well, could be a potentially pretty big project. And now they differ a little bit from other projects like WePower, like Power Ledger, but we're going to what they do, how they offer it, and why it could potentially be pretty cool. So, first thing is meet Irene, powering a sustainable future with the world's first clean and green token. And we'll go into why it's clean and green in a little bit. But I'm getting this one out there to you today because their pre-sale starts soon on March 12th, where you get a little bit of discount. Or if you want, you can wait till the main sale, pay a little bit more. Whatever you want. If you want to pay a premium, totally up to you. Or if you don't participate, that's up to you also. But you can do your whitelist registration there. All right, now, what is Irene? It's a personal energy supplier built on Stellar, powered by Tellus, the first clean and green token. It's clean because it's built on the Stellar blockchain, meaning that for any primary or secondary market, it's already subject to the Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering screening. So already clean and green. There we go. Green because it's built on Stellar, which is apparently the most energy efficient blockchain. Very cool. Now, they have radical transparency for consumers, so it lets you choose which energy producers you want. So if you like to use windmills, you could use windmills. If you want to use like water farm mills, you could use water farm mills. Or if you're a solar person, you choose solar. You do whatever you want on there. And you have complete control over where your spending goes. Now, also for producers, it lets people know when they're using your electricity, like with Airbnb, like with anything else that has a rating system. When people use it, when you get really good ratings, well, you go up to the top and then more people want to use it anyway. So if you have like Frank's windmill farm and everybody purchases from Frank's windmill farm, eventually more people will just use it, and then he can buy more windmills, and then he can have a bigger thing. And that's, you know, that's kind of like the crowdsourcing type idea, the building it up from the bottom, all that fun stuff. Now, they're using blockchain as a competitive advantage against like traditional government, large, big industry, coal and fossil fuels destroying the earth energy, all right? But additionally, they're using Stellar because it allows them to do micro payments, so very small settlements, including the traceability, so settling transactions every 15 minutes, allows for transparency. This is what I like, the gamified flexibility. So it allows you to choose where you want your energy to come from. It's kind of like Tinder for the energy industry. So you can be like, no, 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 oh yeah, no, 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 yep. You know, you can play like that, and you can choose exactly who you want for your energy. And then also, Stellar blockchain, just because it's fast, cheap transactions, allows to slash back office costs and fully automate billings. So all of that stuff. Now, in terms of their sale, they have the pre-sale going on, which starts on March 12th. That's 250 million Tellus, all right? And then their main sale is going to be 500 million Tellus. Any Tellus that they don't sell in the pre-sale, they are going to destroy, burn, whatever. And for the pre-sale, you get a little bit of a discount. So 0.08 euros, whereas the main sale is 0.1 euros. Now, the white paper, you can go read that. We'll go into the white paper in a little bit. Always read the white paper. This one, very informative, tells you a lot of information. And so their unique value propositions, well, they're championing radical transparency, cutting prices, and empowering communities. How are they doing this? Affordability. First, AI, okay? They're using AI and the blockchain to make it work better, right? We all know that computers do most stuff better than humans. It just happens. So they're actually using artificial intelligence to cut out the middlemen, to make this work optimally, to reduce prices as much as possible. Now, they're relying less on profits thanks to the way that Tellus tokens works on the Stellar blockchain. Again, with radical transparency, that means trust, so you'll be able to know exactly where your money's going, who is going to, and all that stuff. The gamified switching, so all you need is a smart meter, and then you can, today you can get wind, tomorrow you can get solar, the following day water, and then whatever other green type of resources are out there. And then also, you can do local marketing. So that means you can get stuff from, if your neighbor, if Frank, who I was talking about a minute ago, if his wind farm is like right down the street and you want to support local, like people love going local for everything else. So you can go local wind farm and you can get your stuff from right down the street. That way it doesn't have to come all the way across the world to get to you. Now, in terms of the roadmap, okay, the creation was Q1 of 2017. So they had the business model maturation, artificial intelligence models, choice of blockchain technology. And again, guys, I like Stellar much better than Ethereum. All right. I know Stellar is a fork of Ripple and Ripple's the devil, but Stellar forked from Ripple because it didn't like what Ripple was doing. Okay. Stellar is something that I think is a better blockchain for a lot of these ICOs than Ethereum. And I'll probably make a video about that somewhere in the future, but all that stuff. So now they have their pre-sale going on. In Q2 of 2018, they'll complete their minimum viable project. So that's minimum viable product. So that's one thing. Generally with ICOs, we like them to have some type of minimum viable product. They don't have that yet. So that's one thing on the downside. But again, do your own research, make up your own mind. I'm not telling you to buy or not buy. It's totally up to you. And then they have their main sale. Then in 2018, they're going to be getting their European licenses, where they're going to be starting in France and in England, and then potentially going to Germany, some other places. In the US, they're looking at California, Texas, and New York, all right, for doing these types of things. And that main sale would be in the end of 2018, and then the US licenses in 2019, and US launch later on in 2019, all right? Now, here we go. We take a look at the team, because with ICOs, it is important to have a very strong team. And if you go through here, you'll take a look at these people. They have a lot of experience in the energy market. They're also very smart people. A lot of them have been to INSEAD, which is a huge university in Fontainebleau, France. Very tough to get into, very good university there. Also a degree from Polytechnic Paris. All right, so a lot of them, Polytechnic or INSEAD. He also worked for Société Générale, which is a huge company in France. All right, he worked in fintech with roles at Bloomberg, all these other things. So a lot of people who have worked for big companies, so they know what they're doing there. Standards did experience risk at Standards & Poor, Lehman Brothers, all right? So a lot of things there. And you can go through, you can look at all of the different people they have working for the team. They all have degrees from very competitive universities and good work experience there. And then also in terms of the advisors, the blockchain advisors, so they have people who have some blockchain experience with them. And so they have them in terms of advisors. Again, people with a lot of experience, where it makes you think that they could most likely accomplish what they're setting out to do. Now, let's take a look at the white paper. Guys, I always say read the white paper because you can learn a lot. It tells you a lot more in depth than what you'll just find on the website. So we'll just go through here. I'll basically just pull out the pictures for you and anything that I find very interesting, go through for you. Now, basically it tells you, see, like back in the day, having solar farms was very expensive. Nowadays it's getting cheaper and cheaper. And because of that, renewable energy is becoming more and more popular. In fact, the EU has a target to reach at least 20% renewable energy by 2020. All right, so the EU definitely very forward thinking. They're trying to get these renewable energy resources up there. And isn't that crazy? There's only 20%. Like, renewable energy means the energy is there anyways, and we can just keep making it over and over again, as opposed to these dinosaurs that, you know, died hundreds of millions of years ago. We're pumping them up and putting them into our car, or burning coal and destroying the universe and doing it. But renewable energies are there. Only 20% now. Imagine, I mean, that's something that could keep growing, growing, growing. And if we take a look, this dark green here is 2016, the light green is 2020, and then the yellow is 2030. So again, it's something that potentially could be growing quite a bit. And I think as right now, I mean, you guys know I'm a conspiracy theorist. So right now, obviously, people don't use renewable energy because the people who have all the money are the people who have the fossil fuels, the coal, all that stuff. And they're like making it hard for renewable energy to get out there. But when you give the power to the people, which is something that Irene Energy is aiming to do, that enables it to speed up. Because guess what? Then these giant conglomerates can't control everyone. They can't control everyone when the power is at the people. So, going on, more stuff. Again, guys, read this on your own because it does have a lot of information. They talk about why they use the Stellar blockchain. Oh, another thing, the Stellar blockchain has a built-in decentralized exchange, which means that the Tellus token will be available for exchange immediately after the token sale. Pretty crazy, right? Different than a lot of other tokens we see, especially ones on Ethereum. This image here just gives you an idea of what's built into the price. So basically, the Irene platform isn't going to be talking about price that much, but they are going to be doing a lot of things to be the least expensive among all their competition, like 10 to 15% less expensive than their competition. And how they're doing that, one, by having it on the blockchain, very fast, efficient blockchain like Stellar. Second, by using artificial intelligence to basically cut out the middleman, make stuff as efficient as possible, cut out all the overhead and the expenses. So basically what the consumer sees, they pay this price. The producers, they get their wholesale prices, and then on top of that, there's the operating costs, the charges, which is network and usage and environment, the value added tax, and a little bit of profits for Irene. Now, this is what the platform is going to look like. As I said before, it's not completely available yet. I've been told that it is going to be available soon. But basically, you'll be able to choose what you want. So if you want solar, you can do that. And you can even choose how much you want in your dashboard. So you could say, hey, I want 60% wind, 30% solar, and the rest biomass. You know, you can choose exactly what you want, customize it, do whatever you want. All right, guys, so that in a nutshell is Irene Energy. So they're basically aiming to take the energy markets, starting in Europe and parts of the United States, and help cut out the middleman, make it less expensive, but also make it, you know, green energy, all that stuff, local, gamified, so it's fun to get your energy, all of that stuff, and less expensive. Nobody wants to pay a lot of money, all right? So they have all that going for them. Additionally, guys, they have their token sale going on soon. So, you know, take a look at it, do your own research, whatever you want. Guys, for me, energy is something where everybody uses it. So yeah, potentially good use case. Also on the blockchain, it's fungible like money. So again, good blockchain concept. They have a strong team. They do not yet have a minimum viable product, but that's coming out soon. And for me, this is something where, like, if you missed out on Power Ledger, if you missed out on WePower, this is another one where it is something where you could potentially gain something. But I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I just make YouTube videos. So do your own research. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think down below, and then I will catch you guys later. All right? Have a good one. Peace.